It's time for Battle Royale at the IPL 2020 Kings 11 versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore. You're watching my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo, and I'm now joined by Aakash Chopra and Sanjay Manjrekar. Up first, let me share a big pro tip for you, gentlemen. Consistent KL Rahul and AB de Villiers are your go-to men. Have some middle order options as well from both sides. Sanjay, Aakash, you concur?
Yeah. So Sanjay, Aakash means Sanjay first, respectively. So Sanjay first, So KL Rahul clearly opens the innings as well. So, he'll get time to put up runs. I also look to take Mayank Agarwal in my fantasy 11 purely because, again, this guy has been in good form, and I think he is somebody who will go and play through the innings. So that means more runs and more fours and sixes.
Akash?
See, Rahul also brings another dimension, which is the keeper. Because keeper, he's likely to take more catches, maybe a stumping, and therefore will collect more points. So from a very fantasy perspective, you want KL Rahul in your side. I would be tempted to actually make him my captain as well. Why not? Because extra points. AB de Villiers is another guy who's been in red hot form. When has he never been? He's always been brilliant. But I'm also expecting him to keep. So there is another option that Bangalore may drop Joshua Philippe and play AB de Villiers as a keeper. So if that happens, then more the merrier. You've got both keepers covered and both quality batsmen. So yes, top quality picks.
We'll come to the specifics later. We'll find out who features on our 11. But just a quick reminder, all players available for selection. Also a quick look at the rules as well. Every user on my 11 Circle has 100 credits available to form the team. Each player has been assigned individual credit values. Users have got to pick players from 4 categories: batsmen, all-rounders, wicket keepers and bowlers, with a maximum of 7 players from one particular team. Right, now let's take a look at who our captain and vice captain is. KL Rahul up first, the first name on our sheet. Didn't quite get off to the best starts in the tournament, but we've got to back him. You can't really keep a player of his pedigree quiet for too long. Since 2018, Rahul has scored 50 or more runs on 13 occasions. He is clearly a big pick. In our 11, AB de Villiers, Mr. 360, is our vice captain. We saw what he did in that first game. He's also been fantastic against the Kings, scoring 198 runs in his last 3 innings at a strike rate of 162.29. So KL Rahul is our captain. De Villiers is the vice captain. Among our top 5 picks is Glenn Maxwell as well. He missed out in that first game against RCB's pace-dominated attack, but he should do well in this one. In all T20s since 2018, he strikes at a whopping 160 against pacers and 135 against spinners. He has been dismissed by Chahal twice in all T20s since 2018, but also has a strike rate of 200 against the leg spinner. Number 4 on that list is Mohammad Shami, who bowled very well in that game. We saw how he troubled the Delhi Capitals as well, and so he features there as well. Yuzvendra Chahal, the 5th man in our top 5, RCB's best bowler by a distance, and we saw what he did against that last game. So top 5 for us: KL Rahul, AB de Villiers, Glenn Maxwell, Mohammad Shami and Yuzvendra Chahal. Sanjay, are you good with these 5 or would you make a change?
No, I'm very good with this 5, but I'd be tempted to have somebody like Finch in as well because he's been in good form, looked good in the last game as well, and opens the innings. So,
Aakash, you okay with the punt on Maxwell and Rahul, who didn't do too well in the first game?
It's never a bad thing to actually back players, quality pedigree players, when they've actually failed in the previous innings, because this is T20 cricket. You would expect people to fire and also to fail once in a while. So if they failed in the previous innings, honestly, I'll actually go with them. Rahul did look in some sort of form. Maxwell had form in England. So these 2 picks are outstanding. I think Devdutt Palikkal, just throw that name into the mix because Kings bowling is all right. They're not like great shakes, and also he'll come for very few credits. So that is where you need to punt when you're picking those big ticket players. Make sure that your low pricey, rather like less expensive players in terms of credit points are also in the mix.
Two of those feature as our differential players. Ravi Bishnoi, we saw what he did against Rishabh Pant, troubled Shreyas Iyer as well. So we are backing him to be a part of this lineup. Also, Chris Jordan, who was a bit expensive in that last game, but he's done very well in the death over. Remember, he can bat a bit as well. So Bishnoi and Chris Jordan are differential players. A quick look then at our recommended 11. KL Rahul, captain, wicketkeeper. We've got 4 batsmen, which has Finch, Agarwal, Kohli, De Villiers, the vice-captain, Glenn Maxwell, the lone all-rounder. And we've got 5 bowlers, which includes Jordan, Saini, Chahal, Shami and Bishnoi. But surprise, surprise, despite a sensational debut, Padikkal not in the 11, part of the substitutes, Mujibur Rahman, Nicholas Puran, Shivam Dubey as well in that list of 4 substitutes. Aakash, would you make any changes to our recommended 11?
Well, I'd like to find a way to get Padikkal into the playing 11, and also I'll wait for the toss to happen. If Mujib is playing, I will definitely have him in place of Chris Jordan. I think when you've got players like Kohli, AB in the opposition, you need Mujib, and Mujib got 1 pedigree and 2 fantastic CPL form.
Sanjay?
And nothing more to add. I think Aakash has made a couple of good suggestions, so I concur with him.
Right, so maybe Devdutt Padikkal will have something more to offer to our experts and to our think tank at ESPNcricinfo for now. Thank you very much, Aakash and Sanjay. That's it for now on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo.